So hello everyone. Today I am going to recreate the Gardein Skillet Meal, or one of the Gardein Skillet Meals, and it's actually this one right here. I'm going to go ahead and recreate this meal, and I'm going to add my own little flair to it. So y'all just stay tuned and check this recipe out. So to this boiling pot of water, I'm going to add some penny pasta. I've already put in a little bit of butter and some pink Himalayan salt. And I'm just going to give that pasta a stir. And then we're going to let this boil until it's al dente, because I'm going to later on add all of the sausages and things, peppers, onions, or whatever else I'm putting in here. And then I'm going to add some sauce to it and let it simmer then. But for now, we're just going to let this water continue to boil and let the pasta cook, like I said, until it's al dente. So I'm going to go ahead and drain the pasta. Ooh. And I am going to run some super cold water on it, as cold as I can get it, to basically stop the cooking process. Okay, so I have some grapeseed oil in the pot, and I almost burned it, even though it has a very high tolerance for heat. Y'all, I have some yellow peppers, red peppers, orange peppers. I have some scallions, some portobello mushrooms, and I have some white onions that I have sliced, and I am going to go ahead and add it to my pot. I'm going to add my peppers in first. Ooh, Jesus. It's ready. Then I'm going to add in my red peppers. Put in my yellow, my red. Uh-oh, I lost a couple orange ones. One orange. But I'm going to add those in. Oh, yes, ma'am. I can smell it. I can hear it. I can feel it. This grease is popping on me. This oil, this grapeseed oil is popping, honey. So I'm going to add that in there. With those white onions. And I am going to let this saute all day. So y'all, I basically took from what the ingredients are on the package of the skillet meal, the Gardein Skillet Meal. I think it's the Italian skillet meal. I'll put another picture of it right here. But I added my own to it. Well, I'm adding a little bit of my own. I know it had peppers in it, for sure. And it has marinara sauce. I think it had onions in it. I'm not too for sure. It looked like my pan is cooking more than the food, so y'all don't mind that. I'm going to go ahead and turn the heat down a little bit. I do want these to go ahead and cook. So while that's cooking, I did get the sliced Italian sausage by Gardein. It's 10 grams of protein. It says ready in only 5 minutes, and it is 110 calories per serving. So I have that. So I'm going to go ahead and add that in. Ooh. And they smell really good. It smells like it's flavored or seasoned with peppers. It says juicy meatless sausage or sausage slices with a blend of spices and fennel for your favorite Italian dish. Of course, it is meat-free. So, got my onions kind of caramelizing a little too well. They're browning at this point. So, I'm going to add in a little bit. I'm going to let these sausages kind of get a little brown, just a little bit. And then I'm going to add in some veggie broth. So I'll be using College Inn 100% natural garden vegetable broth, non-GMO, no MSG. Gonna add some of that into the pot. So at this point, I'm gonna give y'all a quick little recipe. You can still add in your mushrooms. You can add in your scallions if you wanted to. But at this point, you can definitely create a gravy and cook this over some rice. Add in some spices, and you'll have you something like a jambalaya going on. So if y'all want to see a recipe on that, just, leave it down in the comment section below. But at this point, I'm going to allow this to come to another boil because that's what's going to pull up all of, the flavor from the onions and peppers that stuck to the bottom of the pan. It's going to pull that all up. And then I'm going to go ahead now at this point and add in my seasonings. Okay, now because it is simmering, I'm going to go ahead and add in about half a tablespoon of minced garlic on every drop. Add that in there. And then what you didn't see is I went ahead and added some pink Himalayan salt. You can add it to your liking as little as or as much as you like. I added a teaspoon of it. Then I'm going to add in salt-free dash flavorful table blend seasoning. Add a couple dashes of that, as little or as much as you like. There is no salt, so add away. And last but not least, I'm going to add in some Italian seasoning. As you can see, I only have a drop in here, and this is about the amount that I would have added anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and add the rest of this in there. That's just to go ahead and give it some of that Italian flavor. So then, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and stir this really well. Get everything nice and evenly incorporated. So I'm not adding much flavor or seasonings to this because the peppers itself and the onions are going to give it more than enough flavor. So I kind of want this to cook down a little bit. So at this point, I'm going to add in my mushrooms. And I won't add my scallions in until after I add my sauce, because I want the mushrooms to have all of that flavor. So go ahead and add that in there. Give that a nice little stir. My mushrooms are all different sizes and shapes because I just cut them up, just chopped it on up. So I'm going to let that simmer for a good 5 minutes and without a lid so that the juices can evaporate, because I want as little of the juice as possible. But I do want some of the juice because that's going to add flavor to the sauce that I add to the pot. So y'all, this looks absolutely amazing. I'm actually feeling some jambalaya vibes, and it smells really good, but it does have Italian flavor to it, so we're gonna stick with that for now. But I'll definitely be using this. I'm gonna get this one out of there as a jambalaya meal later on. So I've added a can of tomatoes that I placed in a bowl because I like to put my tomatoes in a bowl. I had this one in the refrigerator, so I like to set it aside if I don't use all of it and just put it in the fridge. So those tomatoes are in there, and they're going to continue to cook down and marinate with the flavors or with the rest of the food. And then I'm going to go in with a jar of sauce and then add my pasta. I'm going to add a little sauce first, so that way, like when I add my, and you see how much liquid is left? Not very much. I did allow it to kind of cool down and sit for a little bit. which is what I did not record. But the quote-unquote sausage picked up a lot of that liquid. And then I did add in the tomatoes, like about a can of tomatoes. So I'm gonna go in with the penny pasta. Go ahead and add it all in there. Ooh. And then add more pasta on top to help break it down because it's just a little stiff. And then I'm just gonna give this a really, really, really nice stir. Make sure everything is evenly coated. I can smell those peppers and tomatoes. Smell those peppers and onions, and I see those tomatoes. It looks so pretty. And I didn't add green bell peppers, well, for one, because I don't have any. So, with the red, orange, and yellow, I figured that's good enough. I normally don't like to add peppers in dishes, really. But, that's what the recipe called for, some peppers. So I added what I had, and that's why I'm adding the green scallions, just to add a pop of color. So I'm going to go ahead and mix this up really well. Fill this jar here. I'm using Prego sauce, by the way. It's roasted garlic and herb. I was going to get mushroom, but I was like, whatever. I'll go ahead and use this. So I'm going to add a little bit of liquid in here, shake it, and just add it to the jar. Y'all, this smells so good. So at this point, you can add in some more garlic if you need to. You can add in whatever seasonings you want to add in, but this smells really good. At this point, I'm going to go ahead and add in my scallions. And you can save some for the top of your bowl. But I'm going to add these in here so that they can become tender just a little bit. And add a little nice pop of flavor and color. Look at that. It's not a whole lot, but it's enough. So I don't know. You'll probably get about 2 scallions, maybe 3 in a bowl. And that's going to be really, really good because when you go to take a bite of it and you get a scallion in there, it's going to be a nice pop of flavor.
Why you could be the water is why. I hope why. The water is why. Let me taste.
You want to taste it?
Yep. Mommy, come here.
Come here.
Gotta get it.
So, this little one want to taste. Let's see what he thinks. Shh. Less talking, more chewing. Taste some. Look at me. I'm going to give you some, mister. What's funny?
I can't stir it.
Does it look yummy?
Yep. It looked like a sauce pizza.
Oh. What you think?
It tastes like cinnamon rolls.
It don't taste like cinnamon rolls. Do you like it? Yes or no?
I do.
Okay, thank you, my baby. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So y'all heard it first from my little bambino, my little baby. So it was really good. It's pretty tasty to me. Y'all, let me know what you think if you decide to try this recipe. Be sure to comment down in the description, not the description, but the comment box below.
Mom, let me say.
Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. What do you got to say?
Yeah.
Bye.
Big.